Hello everyone, and welcome to my presentation on college preparation. My name is Kyle, Library Associate at the Centerville branch. Today's program will cover the expectations one should have when first entering college, along with helpful information to help you adjust to this change in lifestyle. I'll be covering dorm living, supplies you will need, meal plans, class attendance, and time management. For many college students, living in a dormitory is unavoidable. Many colleges require that first-year students live on campus, with exceptions made if the student is able to commute from home. While it may seem strange to move out of your home and into a dorm with a relative stranger, many college graduates, myself included, view dorm life in a positive light. It gives students experiences and opportunities they would otherwise miss out on. For example, my dorm had monthly meal nights where food would be catered in the meeting room to be picked up free of charge by residents. At these events, we socialized beyond the usual passing greetings and grew closer through our shared experiences. You should also expect to have a roommate. If you are used to having a room to yourself, this could be a challenging adjustment. However, you may find that you enjoy each other's company after you get settled into your new lives. I was able to meet my roommate online the summer before we went away to college, and as a result, we weren't strangers on the day we moved in. Having a roommate keeps you from becoming too isolated during college by providing you with a partner who's experiencing the same challenges you are, and you may end up enjoying their company so much that you become friends. When moving into a dorm, expect to meet your resident assistant, or RA, on your move-in day. The RA is an older student who has been trained to help out any dorm residents who fall under their jurisdiction, usually a single floor of a dorm building. If you have conflicts with other residents, questions about the dorm, or an emergency that arises, the RA is the person to speak with. Finally, remember that dorm assignments are somewhat flexible. If you feel incompatible with your roommate or feel uncomfortable with an aspect of your dorm, don't be afraid to bring the issue up with your RA. If you decide to move to an apartment or change dorms to be roommates with a friend, you can do so at the end of the first year. When moving into a new residence, you should do your best to make it feel like home. If there are any decorations or furnishings that would fit well in your new dorm room, be sure to communicate with your roommate about what you want to bring. If you can coordinate together, you can mutually improve your living space and make it more comfortable for both of you. For example, when I moved into my dorm, I brought an old TV my family no longer used, and my roommate brought a mini fridge. Perhaps more importantly, you should prepare school supplies for your courses. Generally speaking, you should bring everything you brought to class in high school, like pens, notebooks, and a sturdy backpack. However, given the more advanced classes, you should also bring along a flash drive and a laptop computer. Many colleges offer a laptop lending service or a rental service if you would rather not buy one yourself. I also recommend a small whiteboard and a good supply of sticky notes, as both help me to stay organized throughout college. Remember that for both your dorm and your classes, you can always pick up what you need later on as needs arise. Since most dorms will lack a kitchen, many colleges offer meal plans. These are prepaid plans where a student can eat a set number of meals at the dining hall on campus. Usually a college will require first-year students to have some kind of meal plan, similar to the requirement of living on campus as a freshman. My college offered two meal plans, one that offered 2 meals a day or an unlimited plan. Despite getting the unlimited plan, I often found myself eating snacks in my dorm, skipping breakfast, or buying food from local restaurants, despite the offer for a paid-for, all-you-can-eat dining hall meal. Everyone is different, so take your own preferences into account when choosing a meal plan. While most academic aspects of your college will be covered during orientation or in a freshman college basics class, there is still information you may want to know beforehand. In college, your academic performance is entirely your responsibility. Some courses, especially science courses, will require students to attend both classroom sessions and lab sessions, which may be held in another building entirely. While this may seem intimidating, good scheduling and time management make it a simple addition to your normal coursework, and attending will keep you engaged in the course while raising your grades. Additionally, a new aspect of college that wasn't present in high school is the availability of office hours. Professors are required to set aside time each week to be available for questions from students. If you ever have any concerns about a topic covered in class or feel that you need more information, this is a resource you should take full advantage of. Without the pressure of parents or the threat of punishment for missed attendance, it is very tempting to skip classes. There are plenty of reasons one would want to skip a class: bad weather, a long wait for the next class, or as a way of avoiding waking up early. I won't pretend that I never skipped a class, but even so, I'll advise against it. Skipping class just delays the work you will need to do, and it's more difficult to catch up than to stay current. There are a few things you can remember that will help you keep your attendance up. First off, the class is paid for. By not going to class, you're essentially wasting your own money. Second, college professors will not set aside your work for you to complete at the next class. If you miss something, you'll have to ask a classmate for the information, which may be incomplete or incorrect. Finally, try to put together the best schedule possible for your courses. Many classes are offered throughout the day and on different days, so don't neglect setting up a good schedule to ensure a good semester. In my experience, the most challenging thing about college life was time management. It's very difficult to go from the structure of a high school schedule to the free reign offered by college. Since your classes could be scattered throughout the day, there will be free time before, between, and after classes. It will be your job to decide what you do with this time. If you're a procrastinator, I would advise you to set aside an hour a day to do nothing but schoolwork. I would usually go to the library while waiting for a class to start and use that time to catch up on my work. That way I could enjoy my time after all my classes were done for the day. If you feel inclined to, you can also fit a part-time job into your schedule. The college itself will offer employment to students, and plenty of businesses off campus will be comfortable working around your schedule in a college town. It might seem like a job will take up time you could otherwise use to focus on college, but the time requirements of working and attending class will actually force you to use your free time efficiently, while giving you an income at the same time. While it may not be for everyone, I found that the experience of working during college was a positive one, and I would especially recommend it for students without good self-discipline. Finally, the most important advice I can give you: do not neglect your sleep schedule. It's very tempting to stay up every night until you collapse, but that's unsustainable. Having a responsible roommate will help you in this area, as it will keep you tied to their schedule. I would also advise you to avoid early morning classes unless you have always been a morning person. I speak from experience. Of all the courses I took in college, none were as painful to attend and tempting to skip as my 8 a.m. astronomy class. When you get the chance to create your schedule for the semester, keep your ideal wake-up time in mind. There's nothing worse than a college course when you're sleep deprived. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to learn more about preparing for college life, check out the links in the description. I'm certain there are aspects I didn't cover, so do yourself the favor of answering any questions you may have before your first day by researching online or using the library's resources. Many authors have advice and personal experience to share for college freshmen, and you can find their books right here at GCPL.